Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yeah, let's just get into some analysis onto Bitcoin, as we did get a very big whipsaw day today, up and down, CPI coming in lower than expected, but the core numbers were no good. Then we got the Fed minutes, and oh boy, was it an emotional day in the markets. As you guys probably tell, that the S&P had a nice pop at the beginning of the day, and then we ended up pulling back, and now everyone's freaking out. This is the double top we've been waiting for. Now we're gonna drop all the way down to 3,000 200, 3,400. But in my opinion, I still think we have a really good chance of still making a high at 4,200, 4,300. It's still very possible. It's still in the books. We didn't really get that big volume today that I was expecting. Usually when you get that big sell-off volume on the SPY, you want to get into the $100 million range, 100 million range. So right here, you want to see, like, when we were selling off in March, right here, we were getting 100 million shares, or sorry, right here, right around here, we got, is this the SPY? This is the SPY. I'm on the 4-hour time frame. There we go. On the daily chart, that's what I meant. So we got 100 million here, 111 million, 108 million, and then we got over 189 million. So that's big sell-off volume right there. So we're gonna have to wait and see how when we get that big volume. And then you guys can probably tell, COVID crash, we're getting obviously way more than just 100 million. We're getting 200 million, 385 million. Yeah, that's like capitulation, sell-off mode. 2008 financial crisis. You're getting a huge amount of volume as well, 700 million, stuff like that. So we don't have any capitulation volume yet, so nothing to be really worried about. I think this is just a little bit of a pullback. I think once we break this trend line right here that everyone's watching on the SPY, Bitcoin and the markets are going to potentially take off. But we'll have to follow up with you guys, because I do have a big short planning. I've been cooking it with everyone inside the Discord, and I'm gonna be waiting to pull that trigger on that short. So I'll keep you guys up to date inside the Discord. So feel free to join. Links in the description. You don't have to be members, but if you do want to be a member, I really appreciate it. Help support the channel. Now let's continue taking a look on Bitcoin here. So we do have a bit of consolidation now. We're chopping sideways right around 30,000. We ended up closing above 30,000 yesterday, but we ended up closing underneath today, and I think we still have a really good shot of making another high, because if you take a look at a monthly here, so take a look at a monthly chart. Our monthly close is essentially right here, right around 31,700. But you can make the case that we're gonna wake up to 32,000. It's still very possible, and that's why I still think we have a nice little target there, short-term target. And after all, it's only about $2,000 away. Let's take a look at the market cipher. I'll show you guys some things there too. On the daily time frame, you can see we restored that green money flow. However, the momentum waves are starting to curl up a little bit here. We're getting some bearish dual band strength index numbers, so we might even get a bit of a down day tomorrow as well, or even a pause day at least in Bitcoin. But again, still see a little bit more upside before we eventually start to roll back down with the markets as well. So I'm pretty much timing this along with the markets. And let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour looking very good, actually, because we have increasing green money flow. And again, that's what you want to see in a rally, right? You want to see increasing green money flow. So you can see consolidation, but you get increasing green money flow, then you get your green dot, and then you get a up thrust towards the upside. So that's probably what we're waiting for right now. We're just consolidating, waiting for that green dot confirmation, and we're going to get a nice push up. On the 1-hour time frame, you can see we also have green money flow as well, and then we also have we have an array of green and red dots right now on the momentum waves. But this looks like a little bit of a double bottom pattern on the momentum waves, but I'll have to follow up with you guys. We do have some bullish numbers in the shorter, like on some short-term time frames, 16 and a -5 on the dual band strength index. It's up right now, 30,100, but it's about holding that level. That's important. And daily time frame on wave edge, nothing to really see here. On the 4-hour, you guys can see we did have some selling pressure and some red crosses as well, and then we got a little bit of a div, like 1%. Nothing too crazy. The MACD has crossed into the red. RSI, it's still a little bit overbought still, but again, I've seen things stay overbought for a very long time, and markets can keep pushing up for a while, right? You could be right about shorting an asset or whatnot for a very long time. You could have all the fundamentals in the world, but the price is going to do what it wants, right? So if the markets want to keep pushing up, and the emotions there, and the crypto YouTubers like me or other people that keep calling for new all-time highs in this market condition, then that's probably when you get your top. But I mean, I'm not calling for any new run to 100,000 right now. I think ultimately we're going to roll over as well with the traditional markets. But if Bitcoin can decouple, then that's going to be a game changer. But for the time being, it's still attached to the markets, still reacting to stock market news like the CPI and stuff like that. So that's why we watch the traditionals. Anyways, let's keep going here. Let's move on to the S&P. So like I said, we got a bit of a down day today on the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Russell 2000 down over 0.72%. And again, a lot of the regional banks are in the Russell 2000. I told you guys, that 200-day, we haven't even tagged it yet, but that 200-day moving average is going to be a significant amount of resistance. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And for the Nasdaq, we are back testing support right now at 12,870. If we can get a bounce up from here, then we have a good shot of reaching my target at 13,558. Although it is a little bit far right now, but I think what we're getting right now is a little bit of consolidation before our next move up, refueling. We did get a huge rally in the Nasdaq, over 5% here. Actually, it was more than that. When I look back at it from these lows right here, I think. No, not these lows. From these lows, that's what I was looking at. From these lows, it was like a 13-15% rally. There you go. So I think we just need a little bit, of cooling off, and then we're gonna get a nice pump tomorrow, or maybe in the coming days or weeks. But right now, tomorrow we do have some PPI coming out, unemployment claims, and then the core retail sales on Friday. Keep your eyes on those numbers, because once they come out, market is going to react very emotionally. Market is very data reliant right now, as you guys can probably tell. The FOMC minutes, CPI. Take a look at oil here. Oil actually broke past $82, and it is reaching its final level of resistance, in my opinion, right around the 200-day moving average. And then you have this previous high right here, this wick. Maybe you can even tag these lows right here as resistance as well. But I think oil still has a good amount of resistance. It's right now at $83.52. I think you'll get a nice little pullback back to 77, but we'll have to see it and follow up with you guys on that. Natural gas. All right, let's get into nat gas. Wow, this chart is a little bit messy right now, but let's just zoom in here and clear it up. You guys can see the daily time frame. We ended up not holding this level at all. We actually got a nice little pullback here, but let's take a look and let's do a little bit of a fib retracement. I'll show you guys. We actually tagged the 50% retracement. Again, this could be our wave 1, and then we're getting a wave 2 pullback right into the 618. We actually passed the 50% retracement now. Or if you want to take it from this low right here, then we are. Oh, actually no. We want to pull from down here. There we go. And then we're at the 618 right now. If we go a little bit lower, I think we can go as low as maybe $2.12 on currency.com. If you use different charts, let's pull up nat gas here on the NYMEX, and I'll just show you guys. Nat gas on the NYMEX, get on the 4-hour time frame. Let's turn off some indicators. There's too many indicators on my chart right now. Let's get on the NYMEX. There we go. 4-hour, and we'll do a little bit of a fib retrace. Okay, and I think that if we can get to maybe the 786, right around $2.48, that'll be probably our final level. If we get a dip, and then we really have to rally from there, or else this structure is gonna break, and we might not get our our wave up. Right now, I think we got wave 1, so I'll just draw it out for you guys. So I'm probably looking for something like this, right? Wave 1, 2, and then 3. And then 4, and then we're gonna end up doing wave 5 right here, or something like that, right? So that's probably what I'm expecting to happen in nat gas. I know it seems very unlikely given our massive downtrend, but I do have a lot of data backing everything up. I was pulling this up inside the Discord, and I'll share it with you guys right now. I posted this on April 10, a couple days ago. I did some research regarding nat gas, and we can see that the shorts have covered a significant amount of their positions, essentially all of them, right? And now the price has, not really rallied, but they've been covering into this drop, right? The same thing for oil. So this is for oil, this is for nat gas. And you guys can see the same thing here. Now that the price is still going lower, the positions are getting into the positive numbers and they keep going up. So this is quite bullish for nat gas in my opinion. I still think we have a lot of upside for nat gas. I think the lows are in, but I know I'm going on a little bit of a, you know, a limb here, calling for a bottom in nat gas. But you know, we're gonna have to see. I don't make too many calls on too many assets, but I think this one's it for nat gas. You could look at the weekly time frame as well. Lots of a significant amount of buying here, here, and here on nat gas. So that's a lot. That's a lot of good signs you're seeing. In monthly time frame, green cross is still there, and the pattern's not broken because you have not made new lows on the nat gas futures, and that's the chart you want to look at. Because if you look at any other chart like Pepperstone, stuff like that, you have that green cross, but you've made new lows, right? So that's the difference between looking at the futures and any other chart. You can even look at Oenda. That one is dropping even lower today. This month it made an even lower low. So I mean, it all depends on the chart that you're looking at. All right, let's take a look now at gold and silver, and then we'll maybe wrap it up, and I'll talk about maybe some stocks I'm going to be looking to short once we get this big drop. Gold here is back up above 2017. It's back above $2,000. So it's always nice to see gold rallying up to the upside here. But again, I think gold is getting a little bit overdone here. I still think it's a little bit overbought. Eventually, you will get a pullback in gold. Gold's acting like the VIX right now. And the VIX is not acting normally, even though we get big market pullbacks. The VIX doesn't really go up and stuff, so it's normal. It's normal that gold is now the new VIX because it's kind of fear driven right now. So once you see gold going up, you see fear going up essentially. And same thing for silver here. Silver just can't stop going here. It's now at $25.49, and I think I bought a lot of silver once we were at $21. So I'm probably in the money handsomely on my bullion, up about 18%. So it's all about accumulating, guys, over the long term. You buy the dips and you sell, into the rips. But I think gold has a significant amount of upside left in its bag. It is extremely overbought right now on the daily. 4 hours is probably extremely overbought as well. No sign of a top yet, but I'll have to follow up with you guys. Maybe we'll run to 28 before we find the top, or maybe we get to 26 around these previous pivots. I'll have to follow up you guys inside the Discord as well. And I think maybe we'll cover a few charts that I have here. So I did draw this major trend line for Bitcoin right here, getting back into the cryptos. Let's just zoom out here. So I did have this big, I'll just zoom out and show you guys the big picture first. So I did have this big channel drawn out for Bitcoin, and I expect it to be a certain level of resistance, and that's kind of basically what it did happen. But I did redraw it with a little bit more accuracy, just following the wicks here. So I think I was following these little tops right here. I have to zoom in so much. So from the previous high all the way to these little wicks, and then I just pulled it all the way into where we are right now. And it is acting as a little bit of resistance, as you guys can probably tell. And this trend line right here is acting as support at the moment. So I could just adjust this a little bit better. There you go. You guys can see we are, chopping sideways right now, bouncing off support. If we start, breaking back up, then I gave you guys my target at the beginning of the video. It's going to be right around 32,000. But we just, if you guys want some higher targets, then I'll show you guys right now what I'm going to be expecting for Bitcoin. If we just start mooning like crazy, then we do have a gap fill here left for Bitcoin right on the BTCTA1 chart. We have a gap fill right around 35,800. So that's going to be a major target for me as well if we end up breaking past 32,000. And it could potentially be my big short entry on Bitcoin as well, as we could potentially start to roll over if we get to that level. So pay attention to my trade signals inside the Discord. And if you guys don't want to join the Discord and you don't want to pay any gold monthly fees, and you guys don't want to follow my trades, you guys can look me up on BitGet. It's just MIKI. My name is Mickey, so you could just look me up there, and then you'll be able to copy all my trades. But again, if you don't have 500 USDT, you will be most likely removed unless you're a gold member, and then you get priority. But again, there's still a lot of room left, so I'm probably not going to kick anyone for the time being. You guys are all invited to follow me on copy trading on BitGet. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Love you all, and thank you so much for 19,000 subscribers. It's been a long journey, and we're almost at 20K. Love you all. Peace.